Hey, y'all. Hey, what is up? What's up? What's up? I'm making sure that my camera is recording. Y'all had a good day? I had a good day. It's been busy, but we made it. So, okay. All right. All right. So, we have quite a few things we're going to talk about today, and I decided to deliberately do it a little bit different today. I'm not going to be utilizing a pitch deck tonight. I just wanted to have a quick conversation. And hold on, you guys, just a second. All right, all right, all right. I hope you guys are having a good day. Like I said, today I want to make sure that we are recording on all platforms, and two, I want to be sure that we are addressing a few things tonight. So, with that being said, we'll go ahead and hop right on into it. Tonight we're going to talk about how I can help you to take your brand from average to elevated. And I know there have been a lot of comments in my DM. There have been a lot of conversations that have been had in the last few weeks prior to me deciding to officially mark my calendar dates for my upcoming tour. So, with that being said, we're going to hop right on into it because I do have a lot I want to unpack with you guys tonight. And I want to prepare your hearts, prepare your minds for quite a few things. Not only elevation, but what that means. We're going to break that down. We're going to have conversations tonight. So I would love for you guys to hop in my comments. Let me know when you see me, you can hear me. Come on in. Hit a number 1 if you can hear me. And a number 2 if you can hear me and see me. All right. So first things first, how can I help you to elevate, take your brand to the next level? We're talking about going from average to elevated today. It's not just, trying to look cute. It's really about brand elevation. So I want to start with telling you guys that don't know me. My name is Angelia. I am the owner and founder of Angelia Mapper Photography, where I specialize in providing a luxury portrait experience to every client that steps in front of my camera. My mission is to help empower and inspire women over the age of 35 to build brands that they absolutely love, some that they can be proud of, and some that will live on with the opportunity of bringing them the clients that they really want to do business with. So, first things first, I'm going to share a little branding story with you guys, something that happened to me and my business, my brand. So when I was determining or deciding, I should say, what I wanted to do, what I saw my brand to be, when I decided personal branding would be the way I would go, I went through a transition. And for those of you that are close to me, you know that I have always had a heart for art. I've always loved photography. I've always loved putting myself in a position to be the photographer and to capture those moments. So when I decided that, you know what, I'm going to take this thing full time and I'm going to be a professional, there were a lot of things. Like I tried several different genres, and it's like, just like when you get ready to fall in love, like, when you know. And so I went through the whole process, the whole transition of straight out the gate, I did everything. Oh, I wanted to do it all. I wanted to do babies, and I wanted to photograph maternity, and I want to photograph women, and I wanted to photograph men, and I wanted to photograph newborns, and I wanted to learn the swaddling method. And what I quickly realized was that I didn't want to do any of those things. I realized that when you want to create something beautiful, something amazing, you have to step outside of what everybody else is doing, and you have to put your own spin on it. So no matter how many mentors you have doing one thing, no matter how many people you see doing another thing, what do you want to do? That's what it all boils down to. What makes your heart happy? What is that one thing that you can call on and say, you know what? I want to do this, and this is something I can see myself doing. If it's something you can see yourself doing without getting paid, that's how you know that's what you're supposed to be doing. So, with that being said, I decided at that point that I wanted to move into women empowerment because I saw somebody do it. And when I saw the women empowerment, I said immediately that I love that. I want to do that. And when I did it for myself, like I went and I began the process of rebranding, and I started to brand myself in a way that helped me to resonate with the clients that I wanted to do business with. And so first thing I did, I went and had a branded shoot. I went and changed everything about my brand, the way I spoke to my clients, my marketing, my words, my materials, the way I show up, everything changed. And when I changed everything, my business changed, my income changed. You have to elevate yourself. You have to put yourself in a position to win. And so don't worry about, what everybody else is doing. You have to tap into what is important to you, what makes sense to you, and what makes you feel like, okay, this is something I can really do and I can be proud of my work at the end of the day. Because a lot of people, they're doing stuff just for money, or they're doing stuff just for the sake of doing it, or because you have a desire to be something that you saw on TV. But if it's not something that you love, like, don't do it. Like, stop wasting your time. Time is so precious and it is of the essence. And I feel that if you don't put yourself in a position to do what you want to do, you're wasting your time anyway. You're wasting your time anyway. So let's talk about branding yourself and putting yourself in a position, because I remember trying to figure it all out. I knew I had beautiful work because, like I said, I've had a camera since I was 14 years old, so that wasn't the thing. But what I noticed was I felt stuck. I knew what I was doing, I knew how to do it, but I was stuck. I didn't know how to scale that because I was trying to photograph everything and trying to appease to everybody and trying to market to everybody. And I'll tell you guys this 100 times over. When you try to appeal to everyone and market to everyone, you're talking to absolutely no one. So don't worry about trying to fit in to a mold, because I know for me, I was never meant to be anybody's mold or anybody's knockoff version of anything. I am original. I can never be put in a box. That's why corporate is not for me. It has never been for me. I've always been a rebel. I've always done things I've always danced to the beat of my own drum. So to be in the space where I can make a difference in somebody else's life in a positive way, sign me up for that every day. Going in to somebody's office with the same monotonous behavior and doing the same things over and over and over, that does not bring me joy. Matter of fact, that depresses me. So being in a place where I'm not happy and it's stripping me of my joy, yeah, that ain't the spot for me. Go get somebody else to do it. And I would rather work more to put myself in a position to help other people than to allow anybody to come in and steal my peace, steal my joy, steal things, everything that God has put inside of me to pour into others. And so I just feel like if you allow it, and if you allow people to do that to you, they 100% will. So we'll move on and we will talk about when you decide that you want to get unstuck, for me, I realized that when I was stuck, it wasn't reflecting my brand. It wasn't reflecting me, and it wasn't reflecting the service that I know I had to give inside of me. And so what I was providing, what I was giving, in the space where I was giving it at, it was the wrong place, wrong space, wrong time. So you know when it just doesn't mesh up, it doesn't match out, it doesn't come together the way you want it to come together, then that's when you know it's time to pull the plug on it. And so when I realized the power of what I had inside of me when it came to elevating brands and businesses and stuff, that's when everything shifted. That's when it was easier for me to market to my clients. That when it became easier for me to stand up in my confidence and say, you know what, this is what I do. I'm a branding expert, I'm a strategist, and I help people to get their lives together when it comes to their business. I just felt like my clients, my confidence, my audience, everything about me, my business ultimately changed. And that's what I want for everybody. I want everybody to get into a position where they are in love with what they do and what they bring to the table. Because if you can't honestly say that you love what you do and what you bring to the table, you're wasting your time. 100%. So don't do that. You're too cute for that. And your business is way too valuable for you to be wasting your time on things that don't matter. Next thing, I want to break down a few things about what it really looks like to elevate your brand, why it's essential for your business, and the clients that you're bringing in, they will be able to identify you. It's just like, you're a tree is known by the fruit that it bears. So I want to just shift mindsets today, and I want to let people understand that, it's okay to be different. It's okay to step outside the box. And I want you guys to come on in and feel free to drop any questions you have in the chat as we go along. Today, we are definitely going off the Richter scale. We're going a little bit different tonight. I'm not going to be teaching from a PowerPoint tonight because I wanted to have more of one-on-one. And so I know a few people that typically reach out to me saying, hey, I want to come, I want to be in there. Some of them have things going on tonight. So it's okay. You guys will catch the replay. But I just wanted to be able to come in and share a little bit of insight with you guys today. Next thing, I want to be as helpful as I can as we go through this process, because I know it's not easy. It's not easy branching out. It's not easy elevating your brand. It's not easy giving your brand over to anybody and giving them the opportunity to take your baby into their hands and do anything with it. Your brand is your baby. And so you want to make sure that whoever you're giving your baby to, that they take the utmost care for it. So let's talk about what brand elevation really means. Brand elevation is, in simple terms, when I talk about brand elevating, I'm not talking about just taking a brand from good to being truly exceptional. It's everything about creating a brand that reflects a true value, your value propositions, the positions you put yourself in as a leader in your industry, everything you say, the way you articulate yourself in rooms, all of that. Everything is encompassed in the brand elevation process. Think of it like upgrading a car. Like you go from a regular car to a luxury vehicle. The experience, the perception, and everything changes. Everything. So if you have ever, just think back to your very first car, right? Think back to where you were, the feeling you had when you got that first car, whether it was a brand new car or if it was a car that was gifted to you by somebody in your family, or if you actually had something that you had worked and paid for. It hits a little bit different when you have to pay for it yourself. I think you appreciate it a little bit more. So with that being said, when you upgrade your brand from standard to luxury, everything changes. Like the way you walk to that car changes. The way you tell people what type of car you drive, it changes. And so think about your brand like that. Think about where you are now versus where you want to be. Where do you see yourself in the next 15, 20 years when it comes to your brand? Like, are you still working in this brand, or have you sold it and you living your life somewhere sitting on the beach with your best friend, sipping a mocktail because you don't drink no? I mean, I'm just asking. I'm asking for myself. Um, just think about that. Think about what you want to be known for, how you want your brand to be showing up in rooms before you even get called to accompany them. Think about all that. Think about first impressions. Think about how you want to show up and what are you doing now to take your brand to the next level. Um, because I feel like a lot of people have a huge misconception about brand elevation. It's just looking good. No, it's way more to it than that, because you can have a beautiful brand, you can have an ugly attitude, and people will be repelled by you. You can also have a beautiful brand, beautiful images, beautiful content. Nobody's engaging. If you're not getting your information out to the correct audience, it's going to be a waste of your time. So one of my clients came to me, and I remember her saying she felt like her brand was kind of like bleeding into other people because she is in this bigger industry that is not just her showing up online, it's her showing up in all her glory, her showing up, as the authoritative figure in her brand and in her business. And when I was talking to her and having a conversation with her, I'm like, forget what everybody else is doing, forget what everybody else is saying. How do you want to feel? How do you want people to feel when they look at your brand? And the first thing she told me was she wanted to make herself look and feel like the person that they should be doing business with. And I said, I wholeheartedly agree, because if you're not showing that, how do they know that? And so we began the process at that point of removing the barriers that she had in her head about what other people were doing, and we focused on her. And so I feel like if you don't have somebody that's asking you those questions and they're telling you that they're a branding photographer or they're a branding expert, I suggest you question their judgments and do a little bit more research. Because if you can't go to the person that's supposed to be doing your images or helping you to elevate your brand, and they're not able to put you in a position where you can identify that this is what needs to change, then there's a problem. There's a lot of people out here right now, and some of them watch me all the time. They are just people with cameras, and there's there's no shade to them, but not everybody is qualified to be your photographer. Let's just be clear. And I feel that if you don't nip it in the bud, you're going to waste more money on people that should not be taking your money, but they are taking your money and they're wasting your time. And so before you put yourself in a position where you can't speak up and speak out for yourself and your brand, like, just do more research. Don't let everybody come to you and sell you a bunch of wolf cookies, because it's just unnecessary. It's unnecessary. So the importance of clarity and branding is key. I say all the time, clarity is key. When your brand is consistent and it is clear and it is cohesive across all your touch points, all your social media, and everything you put out, everything you do, it cuts the noise down significantly. It helps you to attract the clients you really want to work with. It helps you to bring those people's attention to you. Okay? All right. The transformation process is simple. To go from good to exceptional, walking you through the process, the first thing is brand discovery. Who are you? What do you want to be known for? And what do you want your brand to represent? Those are the first things you need to ask yourself before you go hire anybody. And that could be a brand strategist, that could be a photographer, that could be a videographer, that could be anybody that's going to help you visually appeal to the clients that you want to do business with. Ask yourself those questions first and then proceed. Then you want to develop a strategy. Now, mind you, all of these things is part of my process. We develop a brand strategy. I help my clients to walk through where they're going to use their visuals, their goals, their messaging, and all of those things. Because I want them to not only be able to articulate that to me, but we need to articulate that to their clients. Because you have to build a visual identity. Building a visual identity, it helps to reflect the essence of your brand. And when I say essence of your brand, I mean everything that surrounds it: the colors, the looks, the feel, the voice. What is your brand voice? Is it luxury like mine? Or is it more modern, chic? You know, what is it? What resonates with you when you think about that? When you think about how you can put your brand in a box, putting your brand in a box. Let's talk about that. If you had to put your brand in a box for people to see it, what would you include? That's how you think about putting your brand together. And don't be trying to steal my stuff, because I just came up with that. But putting your brand in a box and building it out to perfection. So if somebody walked into your store and you had to sell that brand to them, what would you sell them? What does it feel like? What does it look like? That's how you can determine what's supposed to be included in your brand, your vision story, your visual identity. Execution and consistency. You have to continue to stay consistent with your clients. What I do for my clients is totally different than what most photographers do with their clients. I'm not going to give y'all all my information. This is for my clients. But for those of you that are in tune and engaged and you want to know more and you're interested in doing business with me, I suggest you definitely book a consultation call so we can talk about how I can help you to elevate your brand. But I like to ensure that everything that my clients have brought to me, we work through it, we tweak it, we throw some stuff out, we put some stuff in. But when they get it back, it's an elevated experience. Not just the experience with me, but everything that they're putting out is everything is just light years ahead of what it was when it came in. That's my mission to you, is to take the brand from average to elevated, because that's what I do. I work with a client who really wanted to define herself through her brand, because a lot of times people have started businesses and they weren't able to clearly understand what they were doing. They just knew they had a good thing or they had a gift, and they started making a little money off of it, and they continued to make money, but they never really sat down and talked about what their brand really meant, who it was targeting, and what all of those things combined meant for them. And so being able to sit down and help a client to pull things together, oh my God, it gives my heart so much joy, because I feel like business owners don't always get that space. We don't always get the room to grow and to clearly provide information and articulate what we want to share with other people and other brands and business owners. So giving a business owner that time, that space, that grace to be who they are and to just share what they do. I'm telling you, these people are so passionate about it, and sometimes they just need to be heard. And so that's my thing. I like to talk, and I like to let people have a conversation with me so that we can understand that, one, are we on the same page? Two, should I be your photographer? Because let's be clear and let's face it, I'm not for everybody. I am not everybody's photographer. I don't just allow you to go on my website and book a consultation. You can book a consultation, but it's not free. And you can also expect a conversation from me, a consultation from me. And at that time, we will decide if we are fit to be in business together, because everybody that comes into your business is not supposed to be a client. Some people are just supposed to be there for support. Some people are just there to be clients. And some people shouldn't even be involved with you in business, period. And you'll see that the more you go through business, you'll see that everybody that comes into your space is not supposed to be your client for you. Next thing, I want to talk about, how do you engage with your audience? I love to hear from you guys. What branding challenges are you facing right now? How are you getting the word out about what you do and who you do it for? I want to be able to give you guys some really good valuable information. So if you watch this after, make sure you put hashtag replay in there, and we will go ahead and answer those questions on the spot. Okay, so I want to do a quick poll, and I think I'll put it in at the end, and we'll talk about what your biggest challenge is. What is the thing that's keeping you consistent, or how are you not being consistent? Are you attracting the right clients, or are you attracting something else, or nothing at all? Because that happens, because we all know that lately everybody's views and engagement and everything has been suppressed. And so I understand, but I want to talk about it with you all. Maybe we can pull together and figure out how we can make things work for the greater good for all of us. So let's talk about benefits to elevating your brand. One, long-term gain. Elevator brand is more than just getting your photos done today. It's not about a short-term win, but it builds trust. It creates notoriety. It helps your loyal client base to find you and continue to do business with you. It leads to sustainable business models and growth. And nobody wants to be in business for one-hit wonders. They don't. Nobody, I don't care who it is. If you're in business to make money. You're not in business to sit there and allow people to waste your time, your energy, and your efforts on things that don't matter. Also, preferred vendor inclusion. This is something that I actually provide also in my Elevate Your Brand experience. And you get preferred vendor inclusion because sometimes you just need to connect with the top people. And sometimes you just need people that you can count on, you can trust, somebody that has been vetted, somebody has worked with this person before. You need that. And so anybody that books the Elevate Your Brand experience with me, they get added to my directory. And I don't just go around referring people. Like, you have got to be pretty amazing for me to put you on anything with my name attached to it, because I do not play about my name. My name is serious. And if I'm referring you, then that means you did some good stuff. So, elevating your brand, my tour. For those of you that have not heard, I am going on a 7-city tour, and it's called the Elevate Your Brand Tour. If you haven't heard about it, go Google it right now. Go down to my page and go ahead and sign up for one of those cities. That's what you can do. I'm just so excited about this tour. I know that the cities that I have chosen, I was very strategic with the places that I chose because I wanted to do something a little bit different. I don't want to go where everybody else is going. I wanted to go where my biggest supporters are. And so that's why I chose the cities that I chose. So now is the perfect time to invest in your brand if you think about it. We riding down to the fourth quarter. And so it's time to elevate. It's time to prepare for next year. It is time to prepare yourself for the holidays that are coming up. It's time for you to prepare for the marketing material you're going to need for your holiday sales and all the things that you're getting ready to do in the last quarter, because you got to pull it on in, because some of y'all played throughout the rest of the year. But it's the fourth quarter. What are you going to do? You're going to barbecue a meal? Let me know. I want to be able to let you guys know that this is designed for women. Guys, love you guys so much. However, with this tour, this is all about women. I'm looking for women who are ready, willing, able to invest their time, their commitment, their business. Give me your business and let me help you to elevate it. I want to take it to the next level, because I feel like if I can help you to elevate your brand, you can definitely elevate your income, you can elevate your clients, and ultimately your business and life will change. So let's talk about the details of the tour. It's a lot. So we have the Elevate Your Brand package / experience. Not only do you get custom strategy sessions with me, you also get custom social media banners. You get Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, everything. We will actually give you LinkedIn banners for your social media. You're going to get images. You're going to get a brand consultation. We're going to get a wardrobe consultation, hair, makeup. Now, let me just say this when I say hair and makeup. We do not style wigs. Let me take it back. We style them. We don't install them. We do not install wigs. We do not install weaves. We do not install braids or anything like that. I'm looking for you to come clean hair, clean face, but I need the hair to be installed. That is the foundation that we build on, because on this tour, we will not have time to do any of those things. So I want to make sure that I am making this a personalized experience. That's why we're not doing run of the mill. We're not doing that. We are bringing in only 5 people per stop. You miss me on one stop, you got to catch me on the next. Because I'm only taking 5. I'm only one person. I don't trust people with photographing my clients. I just don't, because I know the experience I want them to have, and me articulating that to a new photography at this stage of the game, that's not it. That's not for me. Eventually, I will bring on more photographers, but for now, I'm not bringing anybody on the tour with me. I've decided I need to get this personalized experience out to these women by any means necessary. And so I don't need any distractions. I need to get this done, and I need to get you clients photographed, and I need to get your brands elevated, because that's my job. I have to do that for you. So I also want you guys to know that for those of you that decide to book, I have a special for you, for all my supporters. I want you to know that I do have, if you, well, it depends on how you pay. If you pay in full, I have a special offer for you. But I also have other payment options as well. So with the 5 spots, they fill up fast. And I want you to know that I'm very serious about helping you to elevate your brand, but I also want you to know that I want you to be serious about your business as well. So I want you to apply so you can secure your spot, and we can get you on the books, and we can have a conversation with you. So I'm going to drop my link in there about the consultation, because I feel like that's important. The consultation will definitely be impactful and important. And typically, when it comes to anytime I'm working with somebody, I don't allow people to just book. So there has to be there's the link. There has to be a consultation process involved, because I cannot waste time on people that are not supposed to be working with me. And so when you get to a point in your life where you realize, okay, this is for me and this is not, you'll save yourself a whole lot of headache. And I am in team, let's give me my peace and let's not waste each other's time. So that's what we're going to do. And other than that, the other thing I wanted to talk to you about, I just wanted you to know that getting somebody that can help you to build your business and your brand is a big thing. So I just want to thank you guys so much for joining me today. I'm so excited about the possibilities of working with you and helping you to take your brand from average to elevated, because that's what we do around here. And if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me. I am here to help. But please do not get in my inbox and don't say hi. That is so rude. Don't do that. Say hello. I won't bite, but don't come in here asking me to do stuff and you haven't even said hello. All right. Okay. All right. Now that all hearts and minds are content, I just want to say thank you so much for joining me tonight. Have an amazing afternoon, and I'll see you guys soon. Okay. Love y'all. Bye.